Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to tonight's live stream. I definitely do want to apologize about Thursday. I had seriously botched the last live stream, so I had basically removed that content. So today we're going to be talking about something different. And what we're going to be talking about today, ladies and gentlemen, is the new update for 7 Days to Die. If you guys would like to know more information about that, you can also find more information down below in the description. Feel free to check that out. If this is your first time here on the stream and you would like to know more about what I do, you can also go back and check out some of my other videos that I have uploaded. But I do have chats open, so if you guys would like to join chat, all is welcome as well. Please be respectful to myself, my moderators, and all my viewers because negativity on this channel will not be tolerated at any given time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into it. So first and foremost, most of you probably don't know that there has been a new recent update for 7 Days to Die. The version build is 3.1.0. Again, that information is also linked in the description. This pretty much tells you exactly what there is. So we're going to start with this one right here. And as you guys may or may not know, they have added a new chicken coop to the build. So this is separate. This piece here on the corner is also, or on the right side is separate. And there's also a lamp that's also implemented into the game. So I am currently playing in the winter biome. I got this built to build the chicken coop. You do not have to have a workbench, but for everything else, like the fence, this stuff over here is going to require the workbench to do the build. So you also have chicken wings right here. You can also produce chicken nuggets. Ash chicken stew, which is this right here. Sorry that the other one was covering the content. There's nothing I could do about that. Also, we also have a Roadrunner chicken jerky. And there's something I did not add to the description. We're going to cover that here just momentarily. So you can also produce chicken feed at the workbench, or you can also make chicken feed directly from your inventory. Again, it looks like I've taken duplicates. This is the brooding lamp, which is basically goes inside the chicken coop. This also helps with chicken production. And you also have the chicken run, which is basically the fenced in part of the chicken coop. This is all out for the new version. And you also have the nursing box, which you can basically catch domestic chickens, or which means you can catch wild chickens out of the map, or whichever world you're playing in. You can run around, pick up the chickens, and take them directly to chicken coop. So this is the nesting box right here. This is also something that you're going to need the workbench for, as you guys can see right here. That little icon in the top left-hand corner of that little box. That's going to require the workbench. How you domesticate chickens is you actually have to run around, catch them, and try to keep them from spazzing out. Because if they spaz out too much, if you have zombies active, one of two things can happen. You could either have a horde of chickens coming after you, or you can have a whole horde of zombies coming at you at one time. So definitely do be careful when you're playing 7 Days to Die, because your character is prone to getting infected or possibly even dying during the time of the game. And so now if you want to see the chicken coop, this is it right here. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can also craft this into your inventory, but it does take a lot of resources to be able to build this. So once everything is all put back together, this is what it's going to look like. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything in reference to that, you're also going to have to put eggs into your chicken coop along with the domesticated chickens. There you will be receiving eggs, feathers, and chickens once everything goes through. Once you walk up to the chicken coop, you press E if you're on PC, and that will open up the whole entire chicken coop. So therefore, you'll be able to see exactly what's inside of it, and it will give you a brief idea of exactly how to operate. But most of all, I think I did cover most grounds for the new build. 3.1.0. This is coming out from Fun Pimps. Big shout out to you guys for making this happen. It doesn't really go into any other specific details. But once you catch them, it will give you once you get close to a chicken, it will, when they're trying to run away from you, and you get close enough, that will give you the option to pick those up. If you're playing on PC, I will show you exactly what key to press. This key right here, E, and you'll be able to pick them up. But again, depending on how high the stress level it gets, will determine if you either it will determine if your character drops the chicken and hoards in a whole entire horde of angry chickens. They're all going to come after you at one time, so definitely do be careful of that, because your character can take injuries all the way up to your character's demise. So I did say something about opening up the gaming channel, but right now this was something that just came out recently, and I was not exactly expecting this version to come out so sudden. So this is what I'm going to be covering tonight here on the channel. But if you have not got a chance to check out 7 Days to Die, you can also find that on Steam. You can probably find that on Microsoft, in the Microsoft Store on Xbox. I don't know if the stable version is out for console just yet, but right now it is out for PC. The Fun Pimps are in fact working on making a stabilized version of it for console. So it's a very good game to play. If you guys have not got a chance to check it out, I definitely do recommend it. Even though the price of the game could be at $44.95 or $44.99, it's somewhere in that price range. Don't quote me on the exact price, because with Xbox, the price could be a little bit more than what's mentioned. So be careful of that. I do have my PC here. So we are going to be talking about the version build. I'm going to show you exactly what we're running. So after the third attempt of trying to get into my computer, this is not exactly what I had in mind, because usually I get this on the first try every time. So we're going to take a look at this new build that came out. So I'm going to get into my Steam account, go into my library. And I do not have that added to my favorites, so at one point in time I did. Here it is right here. 7 Days to Die, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new version. There are going to be some expected. There's going to be some more content coming out for the new build. So there are also other NPCs that are going to be in the game, depending on what world you're playing in. But if you're stuck in Nave's game, the game is going to be pretty much the same. But there's NPCs, the standard NPCs that are in the game are basically your traders and stuff like that. You can go in and trade different things in for different items. Also receive upgrades and stuff like that. The upgrade or the combination table came out during 3.0 version. So that is also something that you can build. All you're going to need is wood and freshly harvested iron. You're probably going to need quite a bit of that to be able to craft the combination table. So let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. We're going to jump into this new build. This is everything that they are working on right now. Stable build for PC, and I guess yes, it is actually stable for console. So if I did mention something that it may not be stable for a console version, I definitely do want to apologize on that behalf. So therefore, a mistake was made. So I'm actually rectifying this right now. So this came out July 27th on a Monday. So here's all the fixes and everything else that they did to implement everything else that's involved and associated with the game. And it looks like we have somebody just popped in. Who do we have on stream? You're more than welcome to join the chats if you like. So right now, this looks like it's got almost 2,000 likes. So this is awesome. And this is the 3.1 version, 3.1.0. This is build number 13. So when they came out with the newest update, this is the 14th build, I'm wanting to say. So if you see up here, if you get into the game and you want to know what build it is, always check the top right hand side of the screen. It'll tell you exactly what build version that is. So that would be build version 14. So again, like I said before, they are coming out with more added stuff. I guess they're making some really big expansions to the game. There is going to be a new DLC for 7 Days to Die. If you guys don't know about that, that is also going to be coming out. They are working on a chicken armor suit, believe it or not. For excuse me. They're working on a armored suit that you can actually have for, like, you can wear a chicken suit for armor, stuff like that. But I think I might show up on store page. I'm not exactly sure. So I definitely do appreciate all the hearts and love and support that you guys have shown here on the channel. I definitely do want to thank you for that as well. Let's see here. Here we go. 7 Days to Die, ladies and gentlemen. This is already out on. This has been out for over a decade. The price is exactly $44.99 on PC, and I think the price is still the same for a console. Very positive reviews. And if you guys want to know exactly who the dev team is that created this, it's called the Fun Pimps. So let's see what we got here. Got 3.1 version. Don't think I can click on that. No, unfortunately, that's gonna pop up. That also popped up on the other page too. Um, there are other videos, but however, when 7 Days to Die was released, this was actually inspired by Project Zomboid. So I'm not sure if you guys can see the comparisons here. Got this version. So everything that you see on Project Zomboid, you can pretty much do that on 7 Days to Die. You can also build your own. You can also build your own base and stuff like that. But here's the video tutorial of it. This kind of gives you an idea of what to expect when you download the game and you go to play it. I do have the background. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? I do have the background music off because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is copyright or not. So this is an open world survivor game. You're fighting zombies. You got wild animals out there. You got some that'll try to attack you. Just collect as many resources as you possibly can to be able to advance. You guys can go to grocery stores. You guys can actually get you guys can actually get a house and turn that into a place for your horde nights and stuff like that. That's where you have a whole entire group of zombies coming at you at one time, and your job is to try to and your objective is not job, but your objective is to try to survive as many horde nights as you possibly can, as you see right here. Especially during the time of the blood moons, if you do have a vehicle that can has the capability of flying during the blood moon period, it is not advisable to fly because you'll have every bird in that game chasing you down, and they will all attack you in midair. So it is a pretty interesting game to play. If you would like to know where you can find it on Steam. You can even find it on Game Pass, which is my least favorite. And you could probably find it on Epic Games, but if you're looking through any other platform, especially if there's some that I didn't mention, you guys could also check that out through there as well, or order it through Microsoft. So again, the price tag on the game is $44.99. It's for Windows PC and Mac, but it's also for cross-platform. So the game is also compatible for console, which I'm surprised they didn't put that in here. Try to figure out a way to create some type of icon to let people know that this is available for console, but it is. There are some old videos in here, so I'm not sure exactly if they're going to plan on making new updates to the video tutorial. The video tutorial to see if some of the new content might be added into the video feed. That I don't know. So I will try to get as much information on this as I possibly can, and I will keep you guys informed of what's going on. But again, like I said, a new DLC is getting ready to be released. Hey sis, how's it going? I don't see anyone else in the chats but you and wait a minute. There's another person that just joined on stream. So I was just talking about the fact of a new build version for 7 Days to Die. Um, 3.1.0 version is out, and it's stable for cross-platform play, PC, Mac, and also Xbox or console. Sorry. So I'm not exactly sure what they're going to be adding into the DLC, but the new chicken suits are going to be one thing that they're going to be definitely adding in. So that was just released. I did say that, damn it, I did say the date of when that was put out there. July 27th. I almost said the 7th, but it's July 27th. This is when the 3.1.0 version has been released. There has been some MP and invite bug fixes or bug hot fixes, stuff like that. So there's been a couple patch notes involved. They're trying to get the game to run as smoothly as possible. So if there's any type of issues that you may have that you've encountered during the time of gameplay, definitely get in touch with devs. Let them know exactly where in the game that there's issues and go from there. And once the devs get enough people to mention something about that, about any type of minor discrepancies, if they're skipping, stuttering, etc., they will try to figure out a way to smooth that out with the next patch note update. And before you ask, I knew that was going to be something that was going to be added. So, and for both systems, that is stable for on both device for PC and console. This stuff is stable on both platforms. If you guys would like to know more information about that, I can look this up and see exactly where you guys can find the devs and keep tabs with all the information provided. Okay. There are a few minor discrepancies. I'm not sure if this would be on console, but I noticed it myself. There are different languages that the game can actually be played in. English, French, German, Spanish, and Italian. So you guys can switch the dialects and go from there. But I think that's based upon the regional or the origin that you're in, or not origin, but the location. So I'm gonna try to find the information that I can because I know for a fact it's by Fun Pimps. Doesn't say anything about the devs, but unless I'm overlooking something here, that's a possibility. So when you guys do launch the game, the devs that created the game will be at the very beginning. It'll say the Fun Pimps during the time of game launch. Like I said, this game has been out for well over 10 years, and they've got it over. I think they said it was like 10 million downloads. That's fine. We can we'll do that after the stream. So if you guys would like to see other footage of the game itself, this is more like a I want to say like a feature or something. There's a lot of protagony in the game, so you got a lot of NPCs that will basically say certain things. Again, like I've said before, I don't have any of the background ambience on because a lot of this stuff I'm not sure if it's copyright. So if you guys have not got a chance to check out 7 Days to Die, I definitely do recommend this. You guys won't start out with very much stuff at all in your inventory. A lot of that stuff will be added to your hotbar at the bottom. You've got zombies, you got bloaters, you got all different types of stuff that's going to try to come after you. You can basically build your own base, build your own defenses, and try to stay alive as long as you can. I do believe that there is an ending part to the game, but it is very lengthy and very time consuming. So if you guys have nothing but time on your hands, this game is for you. So if you don't know what game this is, it's on the right side of the screen. Very good. Awesome game to play. I definitely do recommend this. It is a little pricey. I am going to warn you now. But with the DLC coming out, I'm not sure if that's going to be part of the game or if that's just going to be something sold separate. Again, there's the price tag. I don't see anything that's coming out for DLCs. But this right here is the 7 days to not 7 days. Damn, I can't even talk tonight, guys. The 7 days universe bundle. This one is going to cost $8.99. You guys can also get the game and get the 7 days universe bundle added to it. That will be stored in your library the moment you purchase it. It will automatically download into your library, and that will create an update on Steam. So therefore, it can be added successfully. Valve is in fact working on the DLC. I'm not sure when that release is going to be out yet, but you can always check the website for more information. So hopefully that does help you guys out. If it does, leave a like, smash that heart button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed for more content. And be sure to turn on all those beautiful bell notifications so therefore you'll be notified each and every single time I live stream. Sis, I definitely do want to apologize about Thursday night's live stream. I did botch that up pretty bad, so I ended up having to remove that content, but I will be creating content on iOS again. And by the way, guys, iOS 27 is set to be released for the 27th, or not the 27th. I'm sorry. Incorrect. I got 7 days to die on my mind right now. Um, iOS 27 is going to be released. Their projected release date is on the 14th. So if you guys do have an iPhone, and you would like to update to the latest version, make sure that you have your automatic updates on. They should be on by default, and you should be able to install it. Now, however, you can also set your updates a month in advance, like a month ahead. And once your phone gets to that designated deadline, your phone will automatically update itself. I knew you were going to ask me that. I've got my coffee. Wow. Strong, but very good. So there are some things, if you do have issues with the game per se, if I'm going to open this page up right quick. Let's see here. And evidently I have that on my right side of my screen. Let me see if I can fix that and move. See if I can move that. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not trying to leave the stream. I almost opted out of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Um, just bear with me for a moment while I get everything organized. Um, there we go. That's on that side of the screen. I'm going to try to do a split screen again. Fantastic. Um, that did not work. So I have no idea what's going on here. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can move this to the left side. I can still see the chats, so no worries. And why is this still doing the same damn thing it's doing? Hang on a second. Let me try something else. I'm going to get this on here one way or another. Oh, damn it. And evidently, it's not wanting to do anything. All right. Well, for the most part, See if I can try to switch spots here. Well, hang on a second. I'm going to try something right quick. Well, looks like I'm going to be fighting with this to get this to do what I want it to do. There we go. All right, so I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not. Let's see if I can. I think I got part of it. Well, this kind of looks like it's about as good as it's going to get. I seem to think that this is wanting to do what it thinks it wants to do. So, unfortunately, it's not going to work. That's not going to work tonight unless I tinker around with it for a little while. So, unless there's another alternative. All right, I can see the chat there. Okay. Hang on a second, ladies and gentlemen. I will get the chats and stuff back up here shortly. Oh, all right. I guess I'm gonna have to use my expertise to get this up back where I had it to the full split screen on both sides. But I'm not gonna waste my time with that right now. But for the most part, if if God damn it, if you do have the game and you want to add that to your favorites, you guys can. Okay, hang on a second. So if you want to add something like that to your favorites list, go up here to the game icon and right click on your mouse and go down to where it says add to favorites. So that will in fact move that game all the way up here to the very top. So this will be like your favorites listing here. So that will actually separate that by category. Or if you decide after a while that that's not really your favorite game, you can right click and you can go down, scroll down to the second one, remove from favorites, and that'll basically put it right here at the very top. So you can do that with pretty much any game if you're on PC. I'm not sure if it works for console, but for PC, it's just a few clicks. There you go. And that problem has been officially solved. Now, if you have a game already installed and you want to check out the game itself, click on the game and come over here to that little gear icon, go down to properties. And if it says installed games anywhere in here, if you see where it says that, it doesn't say on this particular board or this particular computer. If you want to If you wanted to check the integrity files of your game, click on installed games, then go over to the right hand side of your screen, go to the very bottom, or go to the bottom of the listing to where it says check integrity of game files. Click on that right there, but you're going to have to be online for that to happen. Once you click on that, it will automatically start loading through as if you're downloading another game, but it's basically checking through all system files of that game. And once it's completed, it will basically give you a number, an exact number of how many files are associated with the game. So it's very simple to do. And if you are in fact having issues with your computer, if it's not functioning correctly, I do know a way to fix certain issues. If your system is not performing accurately, run a performance check on your PC. You definitely want to run a performance test. You definitely want to check your hardware, your software, and run a full diagnostics of all things in your system. Now, if you have an HP computer, and again, big shout out to Carlos from HP Smart Friend. You definitely want to add this app onto your screen or your computer. So it's going to take a minute for it to load. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do a hardware diagnostics. I don't know if it's going to work on this particular computer, probably not. So you're going to want to look for where it says fixes and diagnostics. You can fix your network, fix your audio issues, optimize your performance, check your operating system, run hardware diagnostics. I definitely recommend running this and running this. You're going to have to run this one first, your hardware diagnostics. Everything checks out, then you want to come up to performance. Run that one, and if you're still having issues, run your operating systems check. Very simple stuff to do. I've been doing this for a long time, so I know exactly what to do. So if I'm going to check it doesn't necessarily have to fall directly under that order there. You can check them however you want. Like per se, audio issues. Let's do a performance check. That's not what I wanted to do. Performance. So this window here will pop open, as you can see. Now, if you have an HP computer, select all these here. But if you select this one and you select all the rest of them, it's going to be a little bit more time consuming. System file checker, that's going to go through your whole entire computer, and this is going to be very time consuming. So if you want to check your whole system here, click on this one, this one. You're going to have to click them individually and then come down here to optimize. But if you don't have an HP computer, this will not work for your system. See, that one's already completed. Now, if I want to go up here, click on this one. That's 100%. It's going to fly through until it gets to like right around 29 to about 32%. So it's going to start out at a low percentage. System information, HP performance tune-up check. So this is how you would do a system tune-up. Again, if you select the very top box where all those are checked off at or check marked, that is going to be a little bit more time consuming. So this may take probably about 15, possibly 20 minutes, if that. Maybe longer, depending on your computer and depending on what type of processor you have for your PC. This will not affect your drive space. This will not affect your hard drive. And we have Carol in the chats. Hey, Carol, how's it going? So if you want to do a quick performance check, select this box here all the way down, leave this top one blank, because over here, automation time extended. So this is what it's doing right now. It is checking system files. It's going to empty the recycling bin, clearing web browsers, disabling screen indexing, and enabling storage sense. So it's it's probably going to take a little while. But also something else I definitely do recommend, if you now if you were to do something like that, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this because this really isn't necessary on this computer right now. Back out of that. I'm gonna go to not sure and cancel. That's gonna back that all the way up. Now if you go to if you run a hardware diagnostics on an HP computer, that will also give you the chance to check your BIOS and update all system BIOS. So if you're on this type of computer on a laptop, it's probably not going to be effective because that is garbage for that PC. Um, Now, if you want to do that on your other, if you wish to do that on a separate computer, let's go to fixes and diagnostics. Run hardware diagnostics. I'm going to go ahead and run that right quick. This is what should pop up. And this is your BIOS right here. BIOS system firmware, and your UEFI is your modernized version of your BIOS. And you got other stuff down here. You don't really need to mess with any of this. So now if you want to check your system for driver updates and more stuff, then you just go over here to where it says software and drivers. Give that a moment. It'll open up everything and it will say if it's up to date. It says right here, you're up to date with software and drivers. So this stuff here, none of this is necessary, but you can also check out the history of that page. Fixes and diagnostics. So now if you run, now this right here at the bottom, this is basically for your printers. So if you have an HP printer, you can basically launch this right here. You're just basically checking the software on all that. If you have updates available, your updates will show right here. Now, if you have messages, that's something minor. You don't really have to go with any of that. You can archive all that. But Okay, now optimizing performance. Okay, again, this will pop up. This is going to be pretty fast if you want to do a quick optimization. Check these 4 boxes right here. Click optimize. Complete. If you're done, with the optimization, just go ahead and click the box in the top right-hand corner. Not sure, but if it does help, you guys can also post comments and stuff like that. So therefore, that will actually help HP to be able to make the software more pleasant to use. Because over a period of time, your computer is basically going to have some diagnostics and stuff right on it. Now, if you have any other further issues with your computer, also, we're going to take this down here to the start menu. Select that, power, left shift, and restart. Notice I'm pressing down and holding the left shift key. You'll have options pop up on the top left-hand side of your screen. So right now it's doing a system boot. So if you ever come to this page here, very simple stuff. I do not suggest running this if you don't have a thumb drive, because this will basically reset your whole entire computer. That's if you're trying to reinstall your operating system. But now if you're on Windows 10, you want to boot up to Windows 11, then here's what you do. Let me kind of explain this as I'm going along here. Go down to troubleshoot, click here, go to advanced options, uninstall recent updates. So this is going to give you 2 options: uninstall latest quality update, uninstall feature updates. You definitely want to clear these both out, because this stuff right here will actually start to accumulate in your hard drive. So once you clear all that out, you're opening up more space in your hard drive. But also, note for the record, you can go here, go to advanced options. Now, if you know what you're doing, you can go into your command prompt center. That was not supposed to happen. Hello? I'm sure there's probably going to be a BIOS update coming out for this computer. I've been having issues with this one for a long time. So those of you who have been on here with me for a while already know that there's issues with the computer. Okay, so now I guess this was supposed to. Okay, so I'm going to click here, command prompt. Now this goes to a keyboard layout, so I don't have any of that information currently. So let's back this up. And obviously this is not going to do anything. But if you ever do wind up in a situation like that, no worries. Not really supposed to shut your computer down while it's still got a program on it. But if you still have issues with it, you can restart it. Continuously press F11 or F1, depending on the computer you have. That could possibly start your computer right back up, and hopefully get you right back to where you need to be. But now if you have something that's already got an existing existing Microsoft thing like Windows 10, Windows 11, this one here's got Windows 10, but I can, if you're having issues with your computer, if it's just not wanting to load up or anything like that, it's very simple to do. I can fix that issue, no problem. But holy shit, I can't believe it's a 9:01 already. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's probably going to be it for the night. I will be back again this coming Tuesday, same time, same place, obviously, same studio. But I'm going to show you something specifically. Now, let's say you're right here on this page. You can also access what I just showed you. Press down and hold your left shift key. Come over here, restart the computer, restart anyway. And you notice it says, please wait. So it's going to go right back to this original blue screen. Now, since I already know what I'm doing here, I'm going to come down to troubleshoot. And if I wanted to restart the computer or reset it, you can remove everything or keep personal files and documents. But now if you're having issues with passwords and shit like that, if you don't have any idea what the password is, just go ahead and remove all files. And that right there will basically restart your computer as if you just bought it. So you're definitely going to have an internet connection. So when you start to go through all the simple procedures, eventually it's going to come up and have you connect to the internet. It will give you the option to do that. So now if you want to keep your personal files, PDFs, PDAs, simple shit like that, you don't have anything to worry about because your computer is basically going to push all your files aside and it's going to reset all your systematic files back to its factory defaults. So you're not going to lose anything specifically. But if you don't have anything if you don't have anything valuable or important in there, information-wise, PDFs, PDAs, then just go ahead and factory reset the computer. It will probably take approximately 45 minutes to about an hour to do, because all that information has to be loaded during the time of the hard reset. But if you still have no idea what you're doing, and I'm in the area, I'll take a look at the computer. I'll get everything up and going, and I will do all that myself. So again, I definitely do hope that you guys have learned quite a bit from this. If so, let's get a hashtag two thumbs up in the chats. And again, I will be back this coming Tuesday, same time, same place, same studio. And as always, be safe, stay sharp, stay frosty, and most of all, stay vigilant. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.